Okay guys, here's my 22 Beta Cross Trainer that has been a great bike overall. I was just at the TKO trails last week and I rode 3 days. The third day though, one of the persistent issues it's kind of a hit or miss out of the blue issue where it starts to run like it's pre-detonating. It gets a really sharp clanky noise kind of in the piston. It sounds funny, like it's coming apart. It doesn't sound great. It's a little boggy. Little weaker it feels, and it's just really sharp, like it's pre-detonating and damaging the head or the cylinder or both. So I'm not really sure what it is because I've played with fuel, I've played with octane boost, I've cleaned the carb. It just seems to be very sporadic. So here's what I'm doing, and not just for this reason. It actually was the icing on the cake, that problem popping up again. It hasn't been around for a while, that issue, but I'll see if I can show you what I mean. All right. I don't know if you can tell, but it's hard to tell when it's not your bike. But mine has a nice, smooth, quiet, kind of less pingy, less sharp run 99% of the time. Every once in a while, like I said, it just does this. I don't know why. But here's what I debated on the last couple of days, because when I went to Tennessee, I was actually supposed to be headed further to Colorado and get into high altitudes. And as you know, you get out into high altitudes and it becomes a pain where you have to rejet. So I was just about to buy the kit and rejet, and I didn't buy it in time. So I missed, getting it for my trip because it took over a week to come in, I guess. But anyway, I didn't buy it. And so then I literally looked up Smart Carb and figured out which was the best carb for this bike. Now they have that Electron one, and they have, I think that's how you say it, and they have Smart Carb. I actually hadn't really looked into Smart Carb that much. I've seen the Electrons before. But anyway, I was like, oh wow. Part of it that triggered this was riding a friend's 24 Husqvarna with the TBI, I believe, throttle body injection. That bike was amazing. It kind of blew me away. Then another friend of mine, when I was out in April in Moab riding, they had their KTM with a Electron carburetor on it, and that was amazing. So obviously, if you're out west or spending time out west or changing altitudes, it's really nice to have a carburetor that can deal with that and you're not rejetting every time. Now, granted, jetting's cheap. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass in terms of taking the bike apart and hoping you got it right, before your ride. What are you going to do? You're going to have to jet, you're going to have to test. It's a little bit complicated when you're on the road, especially if you're on the road and, going into Colorado at 6,500 feet up to 12,000 feet and over, and then going to Albuquerque at 4,500 feet, and then back to Tennessee at 2,500 feet, and then Florida at 5 feet. So I do that a lot. I do it a couple times a year. So I think it makes sense for me to bite the bullet and spend the huge dollars on the Smart Carb, so to speak. Smart Carb seem to be the most recommended for this brand of bike and this bike. And I talked to those guys. They seem, pretty helpful. Like I said, it's kind of a painful pill to swallow in terms of the price, but I'm hoping that it solves multiple problems, not just my altitude issue, but they sometimes say that it's so good on fuel efficiency, it improves it so much that people don't bother buying larger tanks. Now, I've really never had a range issue on this because I ride it, in my opinion, where it's built, what it's built for, in really tight trails like the TKO trails, and I'm literally only a quarter mile from base station at any one point because I'm kind of riding in a bowl. I can go out in different directions, challenge the hell out of myself, within a few hundred yards. Crawling and fighting with trees and inclines and rocks, and testing my trial skills and hopping everything out there, and then be back back to base a quarter mile later. So I never have a fuel range. Occasionally I've never even hit my reserve, even when I'm running more wide open stuff in Moab and or wide open sand tracks in Florida where you tend to burn more fuel. So it's not really a range issue, but I would like to, fuel efficiency would be good. For some people, it's important. On that 390 over there, that thing's pretty thirsty. I either have to get a bigger tank to hang with my KTM friends who've got big tanks on them, or I got to pull a bladder. But that being said, back to the cross trainer, if I can get a greater fuel efficiency, which is great, more consistent running, a more linear feel, which may help my crawl techniques or my slow enduro techniques, something that automatically adjusts to altitude, something that I can adjust on the fly if I feel rich or lean. It literally has a nice little spin wheel on top of the car on the Smart Carb that you can make it leaner or richer instantly. just by a quick adjustment. So that is exciting to me. Expensive, yes, but I think it solves a lot of problems, and kind of curiosity got the best of me. So I ordered it. It's supposed to arrive today. I'll be installing it in the next day or so, and I will get back to you with the results. I'm hoping it solves that pingy situation as well. Maybe this carburetor is hung up with a little bit of gumminess, or I don't know, wear and tear or what have you. I don't know. But I will let you know if it solves my sharp, pingy nastiness that this thing gets every blue moon. All right, I'll keep you updated, and hope it helps. There will be a link down below to the next video, which involves the detailed installation of the Smart Carb, which I think is pretty straightforward, and then we'll let you know how it performs. Talk to you later. Appreciate your likes and subscribes.